Hey guys, this is CTG once again, bringing you the weekly mutation. It is still slow and steady on missed opportunities. I am playing this time as level 13 Nova on the European server, and my ally, Frigg, will be playing as Artanis. So this is as good as a solo queue. I looked for someone to partner up with on the European German co-op chat, because the solo queue was taking quite a while. So let's see how it goes with a Sub-Mastery Commander at level 13 with a random ally. We are loaded into the map, split off my SCVs. Thanks again to Europrime for recording this. This is the first time I am seeing this map, or this game rather, in 1080p 60 FPS. Thank you very much to Europrime.
Commanders, are you real? Sorry, I've been here a while. The Terrazine, not the best for my sanity. It's not. In case you are real, someone out there has been messing with my harvesting bots. Would you mind keeping an eye on them for me?
Let us do that! Keep an eye on Stetman's harvesting bots. So we start at 2 refineries. Before we get our 16th SCV out, I learned this build, by the way, from Monk. He does a lot of build lore testing. He has the time and I don't, which means I will leave all of that testing to him. So the first refinery completes, I now start getting some gas income. This will be useful for getting the high-tech units later, such as tanks, maybe ghosts, ravens, maybe liberators, maybe Goliaths, and definitely upgrades. So I send out an SCV. It was a bit late, but I still get a fast command center before my barracks at 16 supply. The reason I start the command center first is to get the SCV production going. And now I start a barracks, so I can get some units out to break down the rocks, and I can get my gas income going from there too. My ally looks like is breaking down his rocks using a zealot, while his cybernetics core is constructing. I also start the health upgrade for Nova, so that she will last longer on the battlefield. So meanwhile, we are waiting for the enemy attack, but it looks like it will not be Zerg this time because the minimap does not show creep. So the barracks is almost done. That means we can wait for 600 resources to call down our first Marines. Elite Marines.
Enemies on the offensive. Prepare to defend.
Here comes the first wave. It is moving super fast. It looks like it is not air-based or sky-based Terran because they actually went around some doodads or terrain. So let's see what they actually are. Oh, they're heading for my base. That is a bit unfortunate. Oh, Bio-Terran.
Looks like a geyser's about to become active. One of my bots will depart for it shortly.
Looks like my ally was able to take care of that wave for me. I didn't even ask, though. Thank you very much to my ally for taking care of that point. So I'm resuming SCV production, of course, because that is the point of going for a command center first. If you go for a command center first, you need to build SCVs or workers right from it. So as soon as the rocks go down, I can put my command center in place. I blink Nova in front to take out this group of enemy units. I switch to assault mode and immediately go to work on those Marines.
Hey, heads up. I'm sending out the first bot. Make sure to protect it. It's my favorite.
So I'm putting down the command center in place. I start the tech lab on the barracks. Something broke down. Might have been cancelled or something.
The enemy clearly intends to attack my bots. Don't let them do that.
Looks like my ally is already researching the whirlwind upgrade.
Smashing my bots to pieces. I really don't want to pick up after them.
That is quite useful for a composition like Bio-Terran, since the Marines, Marauders will take, or they clump up quite hard, and they will be susceptible to the whirlwind from the Zealots of Artanis. I use the penetrating blast from Nova. So whenever you are playing as Nova and the enemy composition is a big group of small units like Zerglings, Zealots, Marines, etc., going for the assault mode as your default.
Successful Terrazine harvest. Now that bot just has to make it home safely.
Yeah, going for assault mode by default is the preferable option. if you're, faced with big groups of small units. So I start an armory as well as a starport to get my production going. Again, I use assault mode and...
Woo, my bots are back! That means it's tea time! The tea is for Terrazine.
Yeah, I use assault mode and the penetrating blast to take care of that attack wave. So far, so good.
Do you hear that? It's the Terrazine moving beneath the surface. Oh, more geysers are on the way.
I research spider mines for my siege tanks. They will be quite useful for the enemy attack waves that will arrive since it's bio-Terran. So I switch to stealth mode to use the sabotage drone on that on those defenses before the first bonus. I start level 1 weapons upgrades for bio and mech. I also start a bunch of upgrades such as the super stim pack or the stun thing rather, and triple tap for ghosts. So I put down spider mines in that location because that is where the forces will turn if they do come from the
There go the bots.
northwest.
They grow up so fast. Daddy loves you!
So let's wait for the harvesting bots to arrive. I put down another sabotage drone to take care of the... Oh.
They're coming after my bots. Stop them, commanders!
Yeah, spider mine's quite effective.
Hey, they're attacking my bots! Commanders!
I use a defensive drone to protect my units from dying. As you can see on the minimap, the red dots on that part of the map are gone because I killed off the guardians or the defenders of the first bonus. Whirlwind Zealots are, as you can see, proving quite effective versus those small or those big group of small marines. And the orbital strike also helps this time. I start Raven upgrades and the Goliath range. So let's continue putting down those things.
Bots are heading home. They're sheep in need of a shepherd, commanders. There are a lot of wolves on the prowl.
Yeah, the Ravens.
Good morning, commanders! The enemy's eating my bots for breakfast!
The Ravens for Nova have cooldown based abilities, so using them is the best way to make the best way to make them efficient.
Enemy attack en route to our base.
Oh, what? They're siphoning the Terrazine from Belshir's fauna! Commanders, try to free it if you can! Yeah, we have only a limited amount of time to save the Belshir glider's life. Try not to forget about it. Being forgotten sucks.
I use the hollow decoy of Nova to distract those forces.
My bots have returned. Looks like I won the bet this time, Belshir.
I also use Spider Mine for my tanks.
I think I have a little less than half the Terrazine I need. I guess I'll be sending out more bots.
I use another sabotage drone to take out the far east base. I use down a...
If I were a betting man, I'd put money on more geysers showing up soon. If, you know, I had any
I
money.
use a turret for vision, so I can nuke down the central base for the third set. I called out another pair of tanks and start level 2 attack upgrades for bio and my mechanical units. My ally is also working on level 2 upgrades and Kadarin Maulus, I believe, or Kadarin amulets for his High Templar to have additional energy. I dropped down another sabotage drone to take care of that siege tank.
You saved it. Belshir, thanks you, commanders. I mean, I thank you. Yes, me, with the thanking.
Nicely done by my ally. He was able to take care of the bonus in my absence.
Hey, the bots. And I didn't get to pack them a refueling zone.
Nova! A little too late on the blink there, but that is fine.
Hostile forces are advancing on my bots. Have they no respect for science?
I use a defensive drone for vision if I need to use the Griffin airstrike.
Enemy forces have converged on my bots! Everybody get in there!
Yeah, so far, no airstrikes needed. Our units are able to take care of those attack waves just fine. Yeah, look at those Whirlwind Zealots go. They're ripping that attack wave into tiny bits. Literally tiny bits on the ground. I'll set up more spider mines. He says he'll cover that one. So I'll cover the other side. Which should be fine. We're perfectly happy with that. So I put down more spider mines in the place where I believe the enemy forces will attack. There we go. Not perfectly placed, but just enough to draw in the spider mines. I start level 3 upgrades, by the way. At the same time as my ally, roughly. Here comes another one. Attack wave.
Activating defense.
And the race is on. Which bot will make it back to me first?
Sieging up my tanks.
On Gary. He always gets the best oil.
Although I'm not quite fond of sieging up my tanks when I play as Nova, just because I find they have more value when they're in tank mode because they can move around and place spider mines. But that's just me. If you prefer them in siege mode, more power to you. Again, I unsiege my tanks just so I can have them as well, basically the same thing as Rainer's Vultures. I'm not playing Rainer this game. I'm doing a full Terran mutation week. My first video was Rainer, the second was Swan, and now I'm doing Nova.
Commanders! Bots! Oh, those are mine. And they have Terrazine.
Called on a pair of ghosts. 70 supply is normally not that great, but 70 supply of Nova units is better than most. Unless it's Rainer Spider Mines.
Prepare our defense.
I put down some more Spider Mines where I believe the enemy will go to. And start sieging up my tanks, taking that splash. Uh-oh. Defensive drone to protect my tank, as 2 hybrid Dominators are going to work on it. Good thing I have Bio and Ghosts behind to reinforce my tanks. Oh, those are Liberators. Enemy Liberators. As I have not built any to this point. Let's resume pushing forward to the Force-headed Geysers.
Bots are back in town! The bots are back in town!
I called out another pair of tanks.
My Terrazine tanks are about halfway full. Belshir's being really generous today. I should really send her a thank you card.
Just continuing to clear out. So we clear out the second geyser of the 4th set. We have another one at the far west.
The geysers are returning as foretold by omniscient Belshir. Be ready.
Kill that hybrid. Use a sabotage drone to destroy these defenses. That siege tank, that marauder, those marines, and that bunker. Called another Raven. And if you want to know about my control groups, I have two command centers at 1, my production structures at 2, my siege tanks at 4, my upgrade structures at 5, and my Ravens and the Ghost Academy at 6, and Nova herself at 0. So I have those control groups because to move my main army around, I use the all army hotkey, and to move specific units, for example, if I need to micro my Ravens or Nova or siege tanks,
Telling me they're rolling out, but I could be wrong. They've lied to me before. Those little miscreants.
I will then use my hotkeys.
They're really doubling down on this living Terrazine extraction plan.
Or control groups, rather.
Stop to it. So I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to free that Belshir glider I mentioned, you don't have all day.
Well, looks like that attack wave was right in front of my siege tanks.
I see you, enemy scum! They're going to attack my bots, commanders.
So we pull back for a while. Since we actually need to protect these bots. Well, look at that battlecruiser go. That's the fastest battlecruiser I've ever seen. Even faster than the Hyperion. Oh, that Yamato. Let's rain down the Seeker missiles. Wow. I believe that might have been the spider mines I placed there earlier, but I could be wrong. Could be my ally working on it. Called out a pair of Goliaths for additional anti-air damage since the enemy is sending these Liberators and Battlecruisers and Banshees. Oh. Yeah, good work by my ally there. A lot of spin lots or spinning zealots. Siege tanks, though, they're quite effective against my marines, but yeah, they're normally effective against marines, but with siege tanks behind and Nova's marines, the siege tanks are not as effective as they would like to be.
I hate it when they're out there all night without giving me a call.
This bullet is quite tanky, though. Yeah, I'll leave the turret to do that and pull back our forces to go for or to defend the next wave. Oh, that is a ghost. I can see it now, but when I played this with the not so great computer, I couldn't actually see the ghost. So.
Hey, did you happen to save any of the extracted terrazine? No. Okay, well, that's okay.
Here comes the attack wave.
Enemy combatants in motion. They're headed our way.
Oh wow, looks like they wanted to eat some spider mice, so yeah, let them do that.
Are under attack.
Go ahead. Eat spider mice if you want. They're going back to get more spider mice in the face?
That's a good little bot. Welcome home. I missed you so much.
I guess they really wanted me to have my money's worth on those spider mice, guys. Let's use a sabotage drone for vision, and then drop in a nuke. Nuke, come on, come on. There we go. I use a defensive drone. Protect Nova. There we go. That should soften them up. Now we move in. That's a lot of medevacs. I think what happened is, oh wow, great solar bombardment by ally. I think what happened is the spider mice killed off the bio so easily that
Great job, commanders. My bots are safe and sound. Do you do this sort of thing often? I've got almost all the terrazine I need. Keep it up, commanders.
yeah, the spider mice kill off the bio so fast that the medevacs have nothing to heal, so they sort of just return to the base. And that's a bit funny to see them all clumped up there. So let's continue working on these this enemy base rather. I sent a single Goliath back to finish off that single turret. Move our forces. Oh, that's an enemy scan. Oh, look at that!
These are the last set of geysers. The end is nigh, commanders.
Look at those medevacs clump up. Let's use airstrike to kill off those massive medevacs. There we go. Delicious hits. Let's continue moving with our forces. Drop down some turrets at the front. Soak some of that damage. Actually, I don't mind engaging my army right now. I have 95 supply, which is great. It's near maxed out as Nova.
Our allies are being attacked.
Throw down some spider mines on the ramp, since this is one of the 4 spawn locations of the enemy attack waves.
Our allies are being attacked.
Looks like my ally is engaging the last set of geysers, so let's help them out. Oh,
My bots really want to get to the terrazine. Oh, they're kind of impatient, so I'm letting them out now.
that marine took a siege tech hit to the face. Not usually on the receiving end of
Enemies are
that.
headed for my bots. What a bunch of jerks.
Oh wow. Are those marines?
Eyes up.
Our allies
What's
are
made to
being
last forever and being destroyed? My bots, of course.
Well, never mind. Yeah, looks like it was just some medevacs that survived. They ate my spider mines. Oh, great storms, my ally! Right in the middle of that biopack. Really well done by him. There's another attack wave up north. So let's meet them. My ally's already there, by the way. Do we even need to? Yeah, we don't. We don't because our units are here. There's one coming from the southeast. Spider mines. Epic foresight. That medevac though. Using the boost and then the speed freaks. That is so fast.
Our allies.
Oh, there's a bio there. Again, great storms by my ally. I guess he has a frame rate to spare, but if that were me, I would probably barely get those hits off. I let the zealots do most of the work. Let's wait for the next attack wave. Oh, there it is. spider mines and snipes from the ghosts. And that that army didn't even last literally more than 1 second.
The bots are returning to me now. I can always count on them to do that, unlike some people!
Let's group our force together and use the airlift. Then run back here.
Our allies are being attacked. Your forces.
Plop down some spider mines in front of where I expect the attack wave to come from. Then siege my tanks.
Your forces are under
And
attack.
then wait for the enemy. Any second now.
Our adversaries intend to eliminate us. Templar, greet them in kind.
Wow, double attack wave. Yeah, eat spider mines! Oh wow, I ate a storm there. That big attack wave got totally wiped out. Spider mines are awesome, guys. Doesn't matter whose. Spider mines. Spider mines. Give them to even for Valentine's.
Upgrade complete.
There's some Marines there. Nope. Got spider mines. Yeah, we'll play. GG will play for my ally. Not sure if I actually played particularly well, or if I'm getting carried by the sheer strength of Nova. Maybe a little bit of both. I mean, we're not total scrubs, but Nova is really strong. Should we use an airstrike for those? Should we? Oh, they have Goliaths. That medevac tried to run away.
Go, go, go!
Oh, it's too fast.
Yes! I can finally finish this research and get off this godforsaken rock. I'm sorry, Belshir.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have a suggestion for what else you can do, please leave that in a comment. Let's see the score screen. Yeah, definitely Nova is pretty strong, and that is the main value you can expect from any Atlantis player. Not to have a lot of kills, but to protect yours with this Guardian Shell. Alright, see you!